Research Center here at Murray State University, and welcome to 10 at 10, episode number 96. 10 at 10 is brought to you through a partnership between Murray State University, Grow West, the Technology Council of West Kentucky, KY Innovation, and our local partner, Sprocket Innovation in Paducah, and the Kentucky Innovation Station in Madisonville. As I mentioned, this is episode number 96, and this is one of my, for me, one of the most exciting videos that you'll watch at 10 at 10. One of the most exciting times for us to be here, because we're talking about a new project that Murray State, our cyber center, our cybersecurity network management program, our students and our faculty are going to be involved in. And it's one that I am very excited about. To give you a little bit of background, about a year ago, we met and heard about a project. It was first mentioned to us through the Kentucky Fusion Center, which is part of the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security. Philip Ross, who's the analyst there, shared information about it. It got us interested in it. We looked up, tried to get involved. After some challenges, we finally are now a partner with the PISCES project. Now, PISCES stands for the Public Infrastructure Security Cyber Education System. It's a mouthful. We go by PISCES. What PISCES does for Murray State University is, in a nutshell, our students will be serving as cyber analysts for local governments throughout Kentucky who can't afford that service on their own. Now, as I dig a little bit deeper into it, I want to explain what it really does. A local government can reach out to us, and if you're watching and you're part of a local government, or you know somebody at a local government, city, county, agency, water district, electric, municipal, whatever it might be, can reach out to us. And what we can do is to help them monitor security on their network. So most large cities, specifically that have the budget capacity to do it, pay for what's called a SOC, a Security Operations Center, to monitor their network traffic, to look for malware, to look for intrusions, to look for hackers on their network. And if they see something that looks suspicious, it'll trigger an alert. And at that Security Operations Center, there's a cyber analyst that will triage that alert to determine what's going on here. Is this truly malicious activity, or is it a false alarm? Most large corporations, most large governments have that service already. A lot of small governments do not. A few years ago, the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, in partnership with Department of Homeland Security and later with CISA, pulled funding together to work and create a nonprofit called PISCES. This PISCES project, this nonprofit, is trying to serve those local governments that can't afford to pay for that real-time monitoring. So basically what's going to happen is that a sensor will be put on these local governments who choose to participate for free. That's really important. I think I said that earlier, but let me reiterate it. There's no cost to a local government to participating. The local governments will put a sensor on their local network. That traffic will be monitored and will be sent to a secure environment. And let me add that the only data that will be shared in that secure environment is the packet header information. The payload information, the data within that packet will not be shared. Our students will only be looking at the packet header information. But there's a lot that can be learned from that packet header information. That information will be shared up to a secure environment where it's going to be going through a SIM or a SIEM, depending on how you want to say it, but a security incident and event manager, where it's going to be running algorithms, looking at that traffic, looking at the IP, looking at the flags, looking at the destination, a number of pieces of information within that header and trying to determine, does this look unusual? For example, if you know that during the overnight hours, there's typically this much traffic, the traffic's usually here. And then if all of a sudden it's up here, then maybe that's suspicious and it would trigger an alert. And every time an alert is triggered, our students in our cybersecurity network management program will receive an email that says you have an alert to go look at this, this information to determine, is it a real malicious um, actor? Is it a true threat actor that we need to be concerned about, or is it a false alarm? Either way, our students will have to create a report that is sent back to the faculty and then onto a for-profit SOC called Critical Insight, who is a partner with PISCES, who will make sure that the work that our students do is right, that they're doing, that if they deem this is a real malicious event, a real critical event to be concerned about, that they'll see it and they'll be able to respond to it, and they'll reach back out to the local government and say, hey, you have an active event going on. You need to respond to this. If it is not, then they'll make sure that it's not as well. The value in this activity for local governments is massive. There are so many local governments in our state that can't afford this service. And we're going to be able to provide this service for local governments for free for them. And that's a fantastic thing. And let me say, if not for PISCES and not for the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security, we wouldn't be able to do this, first of all. So this is a great thing. Murray State will be the first university in Kentucky to participate in PISCES. The hope is that once we get started here, we can get other universities to participate. But there's great value also for our students. Our students will be touching real data. They'll get their hands on real data, analyzing real data. It's not just data that we're manufacturing in the lab. It's real information, get real experience in the classroom on triage and alerts. The reason that PISCES started their project is that there's 600,000 open cyber analyst jobs right now. So there is a huge need for this type of person. And our students are going to have real experience while also providing a community service to the local governments in our state. It's a great opportunity. I am thrilled that we were able to reach out to PISCES and to get this partnership set up. We will be starting in the spring with one of our courses taught by Dr. Randall Joyce, and he will be working with the students to get up to speed on how this process is going to work. They're going to get used to working on a SIM. They're going to get used to seeing alerts. They're going to get used to creating the process to go through and analyze the alerts, work a trouble ticket, and go through all of those things that they will be doing when they get out of school, and they'll get that real experience. This is a project that has a potential to impact our state in a positive way for years to come. The hope is that one, that we can address any problems that these local governments may have, but two, that the local governments see the value in how the students are looking at information, but that it's so important that maybe we should have a 365, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, monitor looking at our information. Because if our students are home for Christmas, they're not looking at it. If they're gone for summer, they're not looking at it. So having that real-time monitoring, hopefully a lot of these local governments see how important that is, because regardless of if we find information that needs to be immediately addressed or not, every local partner will receive, every data sharing partner will receive a monthly report that says, these are how many alerts that we identified, this is what we did, and this is what we did to correct them. So they're going to get regular updates as well from from us to make sure that they know what's going on. So anyway, if this is something that you're interested in, if you have a local government partner that you want to share this with, please reach out to me. My contact information is going to be on the credit slide coming up in just a minute. But reach out to us. We would love to partner with you. We would love to help you if we can. And I can connect you with the folks at PISCES. But let me say again, thank you to PISCES. Thank you to the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security for bringing this to Kentucky and allowing us to be part of this awesome project. And I hope that we are able to help our local governments get a little more secure in this dangerous cyberspace world that we find ourselves in. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week back here on 10 at 10. Thank you.